My government name is Lerato Lovelee. I was born March 1980 in Ramphatlele village in Limpopo province. I lived there briefly with my grandparents, some of my aunts and my cousins before I went on to live with my parents. As a firstborn daughter, I was handed a prescription straight out of my mother's womb, telling me how to behave and how my life is going to turn out. I had to be a good little girl to please my parents and the elders around me. I had to set a perfect example for my younger siblings. It pleased them because for as long as I was around, they were never held accountable. I had to get good grades at school so that I can go on to university and get a degree, and also, don't forget, get married and have children. I took that prescription and followed the instructions to the letter. And for my good girl behavior, I was rewarded with a perfect family life. I had a husband, 2 kids, and a dog. I was a good doctor, a great wife, and a super mom who took her kids to swimming lessons, took cooking classes, to Kuman, and. I lived the perfect, happily ever after suburban blissful life, or so it seemed to everyone else. But the truth of the matter is that I was merely coasting in life. I woke up every day, religiously took my daily doses of my people-pleasing pills. And I went on to fulfill other people's expectations until one fateful day in November 2011, while sitting in traffic after fetching my kids from creche, I saw a billboard sign with an ad that said, "Are you living the life that you deserve? If not, attend the seminar, learn how to unlock your full potential, and live the life of your dreams." I can't even tell you how long that billboard had been up before I saw it, but that day, it spoke to me. I was 31 years old, but I remember it like it was yesterday, because that is the day that my life changed. I attended the seminar. At the seminar, I made many discoveries about myself, and I came to realize the following main things. 1, up until that point in my life, I had lived in absolute fear of letting people down, just in case I don't do as I'm expected. And 2, as a result, I was nowhere near being who I wanted to be. I had never given myself permission to live my life according to my design. And 3, I was part of a sad statistics. People-pleasing pandemic. I was shattered. I was a model citizen on the outside, yet a war of self-disappointment and shame was raging on the inside. I was cursing myself so bad for living a lie for the benefit of others. I left that seminar with such clarity of what it is I needed to do to cure myself of this ailment and remedy my situation. The first thing I did when I got home was throw away my "what will people say" pills and started a journey of discovery where a lovely person emerged. This lovely person is comfortable in her own skin, happy with who she is. She goes after her life, she knows what she wants and does it fearlessly, unconditionally, unapologetically, and definitely does not care a damn about what will people say. Yes. Now, just because Lovelee had entered the building, Lerato did not simply disappear and completely get off the face of the earth. And as people, we should not want to suppress parts of us that we do not quite like anymore. That's not normal. It's unnatural. just as day coexists with night and light coexists with darkness, so does Lerato coexist with Lovelee, side by side, like ebony and ivory, living together in perfect harmony. As Dr. Lovelee goes on about her daily life at work, she often encounters a lot of Lerato in her patients. And she can't do anything about it except for catch her tongue, sit back and watch Lerato empathize with them. But in those moments, all she wants to do is reach across the desk and tell them to snap out of it. Because having walked that journey, she knows that for most of those people, if they just tackle their problems from the root cause, by throwing away those prescriptions that society has given them on how to live their lives, they would not be sitting across the desk from Lerato asking for medical prescriptions. The hard truth is that the people-pleasing pandemic has a huge impact on our mental and physical health. Not a day goes by where I don't treat people for anxiety or depression or both, or even worse, depression with suicidal ideations. And the physical symptoms are endless, from palpitations, chest pains, can't sleep, exhausted, extreme fatigue. And some of these physical symptoms, unfortunately, are also as a direct result of the extreme mental stress. And even more, from using social drugs such as alcohol to medicate themselves so they can get away from their own minds and their mental anguish, they also get physical symptoms. Are you living the life that you deserve? Are you living your life by your design or by what others expect you to do? As entrepreneurs, we often encounter challenges and problems at work. And I put it to you that most of those problems stem from people-pleasing. Exhibit A, tolerating late payments from clients. How many nights are you going to sleep crossing fingers and toes and pinching your bum in, hoping against all hope that that client is going to pay today and in full? But in the morning, you don't wake up and push for payment because you're a nice person. And you don't want to seem desperate. Meanwhile, you need that money to run your own overheads. Exhibit 2, tolerating underperforming employees, especially if those employees are your family members. You don't confront because you want to avoid conflict, because you must have a harmonious working relationship because you're a nice boss. If it's your relative, you are never getting rid of them, because what is your mother going to say? And how are you going to face your uncle at the family braai? Exhibit 3, tolerating obnoxious clients. We tiptoe around their abusive behavior because we must have good customer service. So you all see that it is absolutely imperative that we heal this. If we want to thrive personally and in business, we have to heal this. It is in the best interest of the very communities that you are trying to serve and solve their problems that we heal this. And that healing does not come from the prescriptions that you can get from me and my colleagues. That healing starts with you dealing with your people-pleasing issues. True healing starts within. Thank you.